Should we get to Luis Gonzalez? Okay.
The last special of the night.
The last special of the night, Luis J. Gomez.
Someone in the chat just said that all of these guys releasing specials right now are kind of being scabs. I mean, what are you disrespecting the writers?
Yeah, really. I mean, this talk about the writers.
Not very supportive.
No, nobody misses the writers as predicted. I mean, really, it's pathetic. We should be like, oh my God, we need the writers. Please, I'm so happy with how the studios are playing hardball with them. Really. I want to show you Bryan Cranston after this at that writer's strike. Okay, 30 minutes with Luis Gonzalez. Why am I calling him that? His maiden name. You know, I called him that when he came in, when I had him on Gavin McInnes, when I filled in for Gavin McInnes. I have Luis on. I introduced him. I go, ladies and gentlemen, Luis Gonzalez, I think. And then he came in and he goes, oh, he wasn't expecting it. That really took him. But that name rang true. Let's find out why. Why Gonzalez? Why did I predictively call him Gonzalez? Let's find out here today.
New York City, put your hands together for the Puerto Rican rattlesnake, Luis J. Gomez.
You notice Mark Norman had this too. They're all doing drum sets now, cut to the wide. Everyone's doing drum sets now for their comedy experience now. Where'd they get that from, huh?
Wow.
So everybody's got a drum set. You got Luis with his drum set here.
A drum set that nobody plays.
Yep. And I think Mark Norman also had a drum set on there. Okay, let's see. Luis Gonzalez. Why am I calling him Gonzalez? Oh, yes. And we'll talk about his clothes.
This is fucking great. I'm so excited to be here. This is really exciting.
Now, when I first saw this, I go, oh no, it's a show that they shot at a jail. Does anyone get that vibe? This feels like a taping from a jail from many years ago. He's very jail-y looking in this, especially with the quality.
Callaway Park haunted house.
Yeah, looks like footage that the government type cameras would get, you know, from all the interviews you have to do with the police once you've been taken into custody.
This is fucking great. I'm so excited to be here.
It's that
this
same
really
type of
exciting.
quality.
A lot of you guys probably know me. For those of you that don't know me, I just turned 41 years old on April Fool's Day. Thank you. April Fool's Day is my birthday, and I became a comedian. Isn't that the perfect birthday for a comedian? Isn't that ironic? Yeah, perfect. That's nothing. I have another friend who was born on Columbus Day, and he's a murderer and a rapist. So
I don't know if you guys know what a metronome is. I've got one in my ear the whole show. I've got a metronome going so I could stay. My timing's nice. You don't start speeding up too much. You got a nice metronome in the earpiece. It goes on 9 hours. He could use a metronome. Let's see if we could catch it in action. This gets fast.
yeah, we always talk about it. We're like, dude, I know we were born to do what we do. This is fucking crazy. I know that I'm getting older because of the way that all of my friends talk. I'm on a diet right now, and I was telling my buddy the other day what I do when I'm on a diet, and he goes, yo, bro.
They might have done what we caught Tana doing this. 2 weeks ago, Tana Mojo made a podcast. She thought it was a little too long. It was like 3 hours. So and she thought people wouldn't spend 3 hours watching her podcast. So she decided to speed up the video in post so that it came down to about 2 hours, knocking a whole hour off. I mean, she was her voice was pitched high, and it was speeding. She just goes, yeah, because I wanted to speed it up so that the runtime wasn't so long. You can't do that. I think that's what might have happened here. This sounds like somebody's... He only had 30 minutes, maybe. Oh my God, I think that did happen. I'm not kidding anymore, because now I'm hearing it in my headphones. They're very transparent. His voice sounds pitched up, too. I think he did 40 minutes, but they promised half hours. So they shrunk it down, like Tana just did, to 40. They go, I don't think people notice. Let's notice. Luis?
You muted back.
How? Come on, that was perfect.
Your diet's so gay. He called my diet gay. Who calls a diet gay? That's crazy, right? This is what I do. If I'm eating a cheeseburger, I'll take the bun off the burger, then I'll mush it in the shape of a cock, and I'll shove it up my ass. I start fucking myself with the cheeseburger bun right at the table. He's like, holy shit, dude, that's really gay the way you're shoving that cheeseburger bun into your asshole. I'm like, okay, boomer, I guess I'm gay.
I mean, it could be very little just to shave off, a few minutes that he went over.
He was trying to do it fast because he only he was trying to fit in as much as possible.
I heard a few, and I'll call him out if I hear him again.
He slows way down, but then he gets into a big long part where there's not really a punchline, and he's rushing to get to the punchline. So that's when he speeds up the most. You'll notice.
Okay, let's just see if we could find it again.
I love crazy white bitches. That's my type. The crazier, the better. Fuck yeah, any crazy white bitches here? Couple, yeah. They're getting very popular. They're making documentaries about them now. I watch all the crazy white bitch documentaries. You guys see the Casey Anthony documentary? Oh my God, how hot is Casey Anthony? Holy shit.
Well, it really goes crazy in this one.
Do you see her ass? You see that one picture of her ass? I'd say she has junk in the trunk, but I feel like that's insensitive, you know? She murdered her daughter. Imagine what she could do to my cock. That is a dark bitch. You know she's good in bed.
So that's about as slow as it goes. Let's see if we cut here. If it gets a little faster.
It is very difficult having kids, right? It really is, especially now, because it's scary, dude. Scary fucking times, man. I think we're on the verge of nuclear war. I believe that's what the news says, right? Am I the only one who thought that Ukraine was a city in Russia my entire life? I swear to God, I thought they were attacking themselves. I was like, holy shit, Russia's attacking themselves. We can't beat them. Imagine you go to fight a guy, he starts punching himself in the face. You're like, this guy's a fucking lunatic. There's no beating him. I think that's a trick of the media. It's a trick of the news, right? They keep us watching. They talk about nuclear war so much. They did that with North Korea a few years ago. Do you remember that? They were like, North Korea could hit us with their nukes. And I was like, no way, they can? They were like, yup, they can. Then I looked it up.
It's a little bit like Mac Lethal style. It gets pretty fast, too. You'll notice, you'll be like, woo!
This guy's rapping.
Yeah, it turned into rapping. I'm not kidding. Other than that, I'm really disappointed at the wardrobe. Again, I don't know who told, and these guys deserve stylists. They deserve to look cool. Stand-ups, anybody taking the stage, anyone taking the stage deserves to look cool. A little cooler than the average schmo sitting next to you. That's what a person on a stage should look like. This is a flat space in here. When we get a stage, it will be stage level. But to wear this, and you never wear something like this, and then you find this pale blue Express for Men dress shirt, that's not supposed to be worn open. It's supposed to be
feel so
tucked
bad for
in.
Because he's such a nice guy. He's the nicest guy. And he just probably was like, I'm going to get a nice shirt for my special, and went to some stupid ass store. And he already had this, and he thought this was
this is a nice shirt. And
it's heartbreaking.
This isn't you. So when I'm looking at this, I'm getting vibes of a older Puerto Rican guy that comes around to schools to tell the kids, I seen it all. I was involved in drugs. I was involved in crime. Well, it wasn't the way. You're like a scared straight type situation. It's not who you want to be. The blue with the blue jeans. At least I think your last special you were wearing merch or something cool. It looked way cooler. I gotta say, this outfit is a 0 for me. And really think about that. The next time you guys do these specials, go, let's hire a cool stylist, get some outfits going, put on a show. But yeah, this is like the guy I'm shaking my head at the Weezer concert because you're bumming. This is not a night out look. This isn't, when I go out on the town, I don't want to be reminded of that this exists. This look. Okay?
This makes me feel so bad because he's
the nicest guy.
And he also, everybody loves his special, and he's
everyone loves
so
it. So he hasn't gotten any criticism. That people love it. They said this is the best special yet. Our score was, yes, in fact, a D to an A. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't watch it yet. So. Haven't seen it yet. I only saw the open. This is the only stuff I could talk about. Hopefully he slows down. Hopefully the clothes change. Other than that, it's probably great. Didn't see it.
Wink.
Luis J. Gomez, everybody. The Gas Digital Specials.
He's the best. Everybody go watch his special. Give him a view. I would love for him to get way.
So he's up to
I want him to have
94K.
the views of Dave Smith. If anything,
that's what we got to get. Can we all go there?
Dave.
Let's, because Dave Smith will. What's Dave Smith sitting
Let's
at?
see.
Go check Dave Smith. Lewis is it, because they're all competing. I mean, this is really what mattered. Believe me, with all the Joe List and the Mark Normans, they're competing like crazy. Tom Segura's lucky Netflix doesn't release numbers so he could pretend he's leader.
Oh, see, Dave.
But I'd love to see if everyone.
265K,
Wow.
which makes me
okay.
sick.
Well, that's why we got to get out there and
the
bot this.
descriptions-
Let's illegally bot this up. Come on, guys. Do it.
The description of Dave says,
No, don't do that.
Comedian Dave Smith is back with the follow-up to his critically acclaimed 2017 special, Libertas.
Ooh. So he's beating Lewis by a lot here. We got to get Lewis. Just go click Lewis. Everybody give Lewis 10 clicks because we got to get Dave Smith in last.
Please.